Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the second ever episode of the Colonelcast. I am your host, Purple Colonel, and with me is my good friend, Florian HIMSL.
Yes, welcome everyone, fellow colonialism enthusiasts. Here we are to...
Hey, Kentucky Colonel is it's a well-respected rank. It has nothing to do with colonialism, okay?
Is that one of the states that were in the Confederacy?
I could not tell you, probably. I don't, whatever. It's fine, okay?
I feel like it's gotta be.
Listen, it's in the memory of Harlan Sanders, who was a wonderful entrepreneur, okay? He had nothing to do with slavery. It's none of that, okay? None at all.
Purple slavery? Who could have seen such a thing coming?
No,
wow.
It's not. Okay, well, who are you? For the people at home on this new channel who don't know who you are.
Well, I am Florian HIMSL. I make video games and I talk about movies, on HIMSL games and on anti-reviews.
Yeah, we do podcasts relatively often on anti-reviews, but I guess we're gonna move them all over here, right? Forever.
Well, I mean, I don't particularly enjoy putting the just regular movie reviews up on there, so this is actually pretty good, sure.
All right, that's good. But today, we watch the film Scarface, the classic 1983 Brian De Palma film starring Al Pacino. What did you think of this great film?
Well, okay, so I guess we're gonna go into my history with this movie, where I have seen it, and guess what I remember from this movie after all these years?
Wait, you didn't rewatch? What do you remember?
No, I rewatched it. I just want you to guess what my first impression was back in the day.
Ooh, a lot of Cubans on boats.
No, actually, I was completely race blind, so I had no idea what these... I didn't know how these Americans were different from other Americans,
Okay.
They all look the same to me,
Yeah, that's good. I mean, especially when the lead actor is not actually Cuban, which is kind of funny, but yeah. I don't know, my other guess then, is it the say hello to my little friend bit? That's the line, right?
Yeah, I didn't like that. Basically, all that I remember from seeing this movie is that it's a guy who just went crazy, and I completely either haven't seen like the first half of the movie or I completely blanked it out, and I just remember that this guy is an asshole all the time, and he just makes irrational decisions such as sparing women and children, which I didn't even remember that was his decision. I just remember it was very irrational. Okay, I thought, wow, what an idiot! Just do your murders, and then he died stupidly, and that's what I remember. So
every single time in a movie, you're getting predictable, Florian. Okay, the people on this channel, they might not know, but every single time that there's a good moral decision by a character, you disagree with it.
No, this was my opinion back in the day, okay? Now I have a very much more advanced opinion, okay? I just wanted
pro women and children this time now. You're not.
Yeah, I was...
Okay.
Okay, so I'm watching this movie, and it starts off really interesting. He's part of this Cuban crime wave of prisoners that he sends to America, just not sending their best, Wow, what a relevant issue, huh? And then
I don't know the cultural context of that. I don't know what happened specifically in Cuba or whatever, but yeah.
No, they showed it in the movie. In the intro, they showed that, like, they specifically said that 125,000 people came to America, and 25,000 of them were criminals because Fidel Castro just decided that they were going to send them to America. They literally were not sending their best. It was crazy. Okay?
It's possible. I don't know.
So that was, like, when we see this interesting story of this little criminal just working his way up the ranks of this organizations. And it's interesting. He has a friend, and he sticks with him until the end of the movie, basically.
Yeah. It is heartwarming. I guess we should say spoilers for Scarface.
Oh yeah.
Do we need to clarify that?
Spoilers.
I felt the need to clarify that last
you
episode.
said it.
Do we need
it's
to
fine.
do it every I don't know. Whatever. I'll figure that out. But yeah. If you're watching a podcast about a 40-year-old movie, you should assume this, okay?
No, it's good to say it, okay? It's fine. Okay. So, basically, like, I'm thinking, like, wow, this guy is making choices that are not insane. When are we going to get to the point where he goes insane? And then by the time he makes more irrational decisions, it's like, oh, actually, I guess I would not have murdered this woman and her children, you know? Even though it was a very important mob hit, you know, and
Okay. Well, I'm glad you've grown a moral compass in your old age.
But then he murders his best friend because he's dating his sister. Holy shit. And also, they were already married. That was so insane. What the fuck, Mr. Scarface? You just decided not to kill a woman and her children, and now you ruin the life of your sister. Wow, cool.
What a he's
great
not
character.
thinking rationally, right? Especially by then, all his shit's kind of crumbling down. It doesn't, because he was upset that his friend didn't answer the phone, right? And that's the reason he shot him, I think.
No, I think he wanted to.
Well, that and he doesn't want people around his sister and whatever.
No, he was looking. His mom told him that his sister was shacked up in this luxury house, and he assumed that she must have been with one of the criminals or whatever. And then he goes there and he sees, oh my god, tu Brutus, you are the one with my sister, and he just shots him dead immediately.
Yeah.
So that was, I mean, very impulsive, but he had this from the start. Like, anytime anyone would be near his sister, he would just completely shit himself, you know, and almost murdered that guy for groping her butt, you know, when she was really into it.
That's true. He's very protective of her, which is a nice humanizing element to his character that then, leads to his downfall, I think. It's fun.
I mean,
it's
no, he was already screwed at that point, actually. He already,
well, yeah.
So the main downfall was actually the thing where he spared the woman and her child, because that was the thing that caused the gang war. It's so crazy that they told this story about the guy going crazy with drugs and power, and the one good deed he does is what does him in.
Yeah, I mean,
gotta watch out.
It's when you're too deep into this stuff, you basically, if doing anything good can't, you don't just get absolved of all the issues that you've caused and you've gotten into by doing something good. It'll just kind of drive you even deeper into it. So
yeah, I mean, he specifically lost because he did this one good thing. Like, if he had spared any other woman, he would have been fine. But no, he had to spare the wife of the whistleblower. What a fool!
I guess so. I think it's very much a story about the perils of getting into organized crime and stuff, and how you just end up fucking, I guess, dead in a pool, and it's terrible. There's nothing good comes from it at all. As he gets richer and stuff, his life just gets worse and worse.
I mean, no, he just gets worse and worse. His life is great.
Well, it's the money and the power that goes to his head. It turns him into an awful evil person and stuff.
I mean, it's not like he was a good person ever.
He was at least he was using bad methods, but he was at least trying to be decent, I think, to some degree.
He was trying what?
He was trying to be decent to some degree, I think, at the start.
I don't think so at all, because right at the start he sets his aims right on the boss's wife. Wow, cool. I sure love that for you and your best friend. Wow, I sure love that you're on this collision course with the power structure that you're in. Wow.
He saw that she was in a miserable relationship, and he wanted to get her out of that and save her. And he kind of did, but then, he became just as bad or worse, so...
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah. My God, what a passive aggressive bullshit. But also, looking at her and thinking, wow, this is the wife for me. She is just a passive aggressive bitch all the time. That's just what he wanted. And then in the end, she is again. So well done. I guess she has not changed in any way.
No. I don't know. I think there's a lot of things in this film. I'm surprised that you don't relate to him more, because there's a lot of I was thinking about you as I was watching here at a few points.
You motherfucker. In what way? What do I ever do that's like ambitious and dangerous. Wow.
Well, mostly your horrible, crippling cocaine addiction, I think. That was the main one. Yeah.
Yeah, just constantly powdering my nose, as they say. Yep.
Have you done cocaine in your life at all?
Not once. I have not even drunk. I have not even drank a whole beer. Okay.
Okay.
I could not possibly have a cigarette or a joint because I would just be coughing my lungs out because I have never done it. And and if I were a criminal, that would be the first way that I would get busted. It's like, you don't do any drugs? Wow, you must be a narc, you know? It's
wow.
Whoops. I would immediately be hung from a helicopter.
Yeah, that's not a great way to end up.
By Hector Salamanca, no less.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I was surprised actually how much it kind of mirrored Breaking Bad and stuff in some ways.
Oh yeah, well they specifically said that Breaking Bad was going to be what if Mr. Rogers becomes Scarface, so they actually purposely mirrored it quite a lot. And
well, yeah, I'm sure it was massive inspiration for it.
I think that kind of takes away from Breaking Bad actually, that they just pretty much followed this formula, you know.
Well, you know, this is a remake, so if anything, this movie is caught in the middle here. It's Well,
it doesn't matter because this is the inspiration, and Breaking Bad used it as a blueprint, you know.
That's true, but this is a remake of a 1930s movie that I have not and probably will not see. It's supposed to be really good, but you know, I don't know how long it is. It's tough to get through some movies from like before like the 50s and stuff. Some of them were pretty difficult at times, but you know.
Yeah, you keep telling me that, like, oh, the old ones are so good. Like, it's rare. This one is actually quite a gem, but normally, like, the older movies get, the harder they are to watch.
When I'm saying older movies, though, I mean, like, 70s onward, and that's, like, the peak. That's, like, the peak of all filmmaking ever, was, like, from the, mid-70s up to the mid-80s and stuff.
You definitely wanted me to watch like 50s and 60s movies, you know.
Well, that's Godzilla's different, okay?
Godzilla
different.
Was ahead of its time, or maybe it was always. it never evolved, so this is all we get, you know.
Godzilla was very much ahead of its time, and it's Japanese, so the whole fucking filmmaking industry is different over there. Okay, they were ripping it off when they were doing all the great westerns and stuff. They just rip offs of fucking Kurosawa movies. They were ahead of the curve by like 20 years.
Wow, what an advance.
Yeah. Those movies inspired like Star Wars and stuff too, you know. All the samurai movies from 50s
so I've
Japan.
Heard.
Yeah.
I mean not in any meaningful way, I don't think.
One of those movies, I don't remember which one it is, like Hidden Fortress or something, like the whole intro of that movie is just like the whole first 15 minutes of Star Wars, where it's like the droids walking around. That's just taken straight from one of these Kurosawa movies. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that definitely takes away from Star Wars if it's just so unoriginal, but whatever.
I don't think it takes away from something because you made The Binding of Isaac, right? This is a game that's based directly on like Zelda and stuff. That doesn't take away from Isaac.
That. Oh, well, it kind of does, but the thing is that I have never played Zelda, okay?
Okay.
Edmund is the guy who did that, okay? I made all my original work, okay?
Okay, you're blaming Edmund for all the great inspirations that Isaac takes that help make it into such a great game. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's like being unoriginal. Wow, it's what it does. Amazing.
Well, that's the way these things work, right? All these stories are like remixed of each other and stuff, right?
I mean, I guess I don't personally like that at all, though. It's like when all the movies are just like the hero journey. Like, why? The hero journey is not that great. Like, you can stop wasting my time with the stupid ass refusal of the call for the millionth time already. Okay, just have a hero that's into it.
Well, that's
so much to ask for.
That's fair, but I think it is like, you know, a lot of it's just the way things are. You know, a lot of these movies are just going to be like that forever. Like The Matrix is just Star Wars, and Star Wars is just a million other things. It's like westerns and Kurosawa, and you know, and those are based on like fucking Shakespeare or whatever. So
maybe he should refuse something else, not the call. Maybe he should refuse something in between. You know, maybe he refuses the hero's death in the end. That would be cool.
You're not allowed to refuse that. That just comes for you, I think, at that point.
Wow.
Yeah. Can you imagine The Last Jedi, but Luke was like, no, I'm just going to sit here on the island. I'm not going to help out. And then everyone gets blown up. And that's just how that movie ends?
Yeah, imagine if he... Well, fuck me. And then he just died from exhaustion. What a dumbass plot point.
He gave his life for the Resistance, okay? That's a fantastic end to the best Star Wars movie.
He didn't even die from anything. How did he just become a ghost?
Because when you use the Force real hard, it drains all your life, especially if you're old and busted.
Wait, you don't even like Star Wars. Why are you defending this?
Because that's like the one like bright spot in this whole franchise in the last like 40 years, okay? I love The Last Jedi. Just because I don't even love it, really. Like, half of that movie still sucks, honestly. But it's, it's got bright spots, okay?
I mean, they could have done that part so much better. Like, why on earth wouldn't he have just actually gone there? Like, Jesus.
Because part of the point is that Kylo Ren is living a lie and stuff, and he doesn't even know it, and he's getting played by everyone around him and stuff. So it has to be there to, like, reinforce that theme at the end, that he like knows nothing and he's wrong and he's the, idiot bad guy.
I don't think anyone took that away from it.
Well, I did, and I watched the movie, and I know other people watched the movie, so they probably, at least some of them probably came away with that.
I don't even know if I like that. It's just that the joke is that he's incompetent. Wow, cool. I love that we're sticking with this for the entirety.
Because it's like a battle for like Rey's soul, though, throughout that whole like side of the movie. It's between like Kylo's influence and Luke's and stuff.
Wow.
And it turns out that Kylo is wrong because he's the bad guy.
No
he's
way.
A jackass. Yeah. We forget that he was built up to be like a definitive villain and not just like, because the last one they like redeem him and he's like a good guy again, which is stupid. That might be the worst movie ever made. But let's we're getting off topic here from Scarface.
Yeah, in Scarface, where nobody gets redeemed. Yeah, you're right.
It's true. I love that. I love that he doesn't get redeemed.
As Walter White says, everyone dies in this movie, huh?
Yeah.
Is that what he watched?
Was he watching Scarface?
I think so. I think he might have watched the final shootout. Yeah. Wait, was his kid really? Wow.
Well, you can watch. Walt Junior's like 16 or something, right?
Wait, was it with Walt Jr.? Okay,
well, the baby's not gonna know. I don't remember the scene. I don't remember. I just remember
the baby just it just grows up with gunfire and criminals.
I mean, yeah. I don't think that's
And then when the baby grows up, it's just like, motherfucker. That's the first word.
Yeah, it could. I don't know. It could be funny.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Happiest kid ever, but so profane.
Yeah. But I love that about this movie, that he does not get redeemed. He's just terrible, and everyone hates him. And he dies. He gets like... He goes out like screaming and ranting, and then someone shoots him in the back, and he gets like put down like a rabid dog or something. It's really horrible.
Well, he already had 1 million bullets in him at that point.
Oh yeah, but they just like shut him down. He doesn't get like a poignant line. He doesn't go, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Elvira," because apparently her name's Elvira. I didn't know that from watching the movie.
No, she dies too, right?
No, she doesn't die. She leaves him, and then he never sees her again, and she's just out of the movie, which I love.
Oh, the woman, right? I thought you meant the sister, right?
Well, yeah. He doesn't get like a redeeming moment. Like he doesn't even. I don't think he even accepts that his sister is dead there.
Oh yeah,
when
that's
she
right.
Gets shot, he's like,
he tries to protect her corpse.
Look, I'll be back in a minute, and then he goes and he screams at him, and then he dies. That's how the movie ends. On that shot of him in the pool, and it's
I like that they set up his mansion so much, and then he has cameras everywhere, and then he uses that to kill them. It's too bad they didn't make him actually win though. That would have been amazing if he had like killed them all.
He shouldn't win though. That's how the story would be. I think it would be a worse movie if he won, honestly.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, it's just like you'd think he was so close to beating them all.
But then he wasn't even that close. There were a lot of... They sent like all of Bolivia at him, so...
I mean, they actually just sent like one squad, and then boom, now there's 3 more squads there. What?
He killed maybe 15 out of like 40 people, I think, is what happened there.
And they're all fucking gay gunslingers with sunglasses in the night. It's bizarre.
It's the one guy looked like the Terminator for a minute, or like Blade or something. It was pretty epic. Except
the
before
Asian
both
guy?
of those. Whoever was sneaking up on him with the shotgun at the end.
Oh, well, I don't know.
He
He
had the
seemed
shades.
pretty. He seemed pretty scrawny, actually. I don't know if that reference makes sense.
You can be scrawny with a shotgun. You know, that does all the lifting for you.
Like, you can't be a Terminator though if you're scrawny.
Well, okay. Actually, you can frequently.
No.
If you've seen all the Terminator films, you'd know this. Most
No,
of
only
them
if
are
you're a
not Arnold
woman.
Schwarzenegger jacked.
Well, yeah, but they're still buff.
Well,
Except
one of
for the
them's like
woman.
made of liquid metal, and that one just looks like whoever. It just looks like the first guy he saw.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess so.
We got to do Terminator 2, because clearly you haven't seen it. Okay?
No, I've seen them all, but I probably would do them, yeah.
They're pretty good movies. I don't know. Well, yeah.
I actually just watched like a Terminator anime. That was really cool.
Oh, I heard about that. How do you manage to watch these? I thought you hated subtitles and stuff. How do you manage to
No,
watch
it
these?
it was on Netflix. It was dubbed.
Oh. Okay.
You'd be surprised how much gets dubbed.
I guess so.
I can't wait
it's
for
really
them to
quite
dub
tragic.
for them to dub the Rick and Morty anime, so I could actually watch that finally.
You haven't to push through it.
No,
Your
I might
love
as
of Rick
well
and
wait.
Morty is outweighed by your hatred for
It's
reading
not like
subtitles.
it's not like I'll make a video on it.
Okay.
Also, well, yeah, I mean, like specifically like Japanese stuff. It's such a drag, you know, hearing the language.
It might just never get dubbed. That might be part of the point is that they don't, right?
Like one of the episodes had a dub, so I assume they must have made dubs for everything.
Okay, I guess.
They just weren't released publicly yet.
Well, I don't know. That's you need to broaden your horizons, okay? You need to learn to look at the bottom of the screen once, like a couple times for a movie.
We did a Godzilla, okay? What do you want?
We did, and it was great, and you had no problem with it, right?
Of course I did. I had to watch the entire thing.
You know there was a dub for that, and I just didn't tell you about it.
You betrayer.
They dubbed most of the Godzilla movies, at least. I don't know, but they're like horrible dubs, and the fucking thing is terrible. That's what, I've got you to watch the Criterion version where they retranslated the whole thing, and it's actually, you know, they're not like changing stuff for.
What do you mean retranslated into what?
It from Japanese into English, but like without like stupid localization changes that make the movie like worse and dumb. Because there's a lot of those in old Godzilla where they'll like change the names of things, and they'll, you know, especially with the dubs, they're like mispronouncing everything, and it's terrible. But you know,
I mean, I'd probably be fine with that, but whatever.
Well,
like, it's still so much better than like the Japanese version.
Absolutely. It
you're
just makes
not,
these movies so much worse, Florian.
I mean, you're
sorry.
still looking at no, that's nonsense. You're still looking at the subtitles, and they have the same issues as the dubs.
But they don't, though, because they retranslated all of them with a fantastic team at Criterion or something, and they're all great now.
I thought you said they had an English version in that too.
Well, there's no dub for
so that would have
these
been the
new
same
Criterion
quality then,
releases,
right?
though. There's no dub for these new releases. They just subtitled them again.
Oh,
but the dubs are from like the 60s.
You just talked about the subtitles? Fuck.
Yeah, all the dubs for those Godzilla movies are from like the 60s and 70s, like when they came out, and they're awful.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I must see them.
No, you should just watch them with subtitles. It's so much better, Florian. Come on.
Nope, gotta get the dubs. You don't.
Wow.
What are you talking about? Like any broken English will be better than having to endure Japanese.
Absolutely not. Okay.
You gotta get off your high horse. What are you talking about? Like you fucking get it much better. Bullshit.
It's okay. I don't know.
Elitism.
What did you think? What do you think about that? There was a shot in this movie where that lady she did a bit of coke, and then she took a sip out of her drink and then fucking puffed her cigarette, and it was like, oh, this woman is gonna die in like 2 weeks or something. She's like on death's door already with all this shit she's putting in her body.
Oh, it takes quite a while for that to kill you, you know?
I guess maybe it seemed pretty horrible. It seemed like I don't know.
I
she
mean,
probably
you
would
know,
not have much time left.
Like, you know that... Wait, who?
The woman in
wife?
the movie is addicted to all the shit.
The wife?
Yeah.
No way, dude. Like,
she's addicted to all of it. It's terrible.
But she, like... It's not huge amounts.
It's a triple threat. Was there a scene in this whole movie where she didn't have a cigarette in her hands? Was there a single one?
Hey, it was different in the 70s, okay? It was doctor approved.
This takes place in 1980, okay? How dare you?
Wow, whatever.
Did you even watch the movie?
I mean, it was still doctor approved then, I think, right?
I don't think cigarettes were doctor approved in the 80s.
They were. Oh, okay. Well, not in the 80s, maybe. So.
Yeah, and I don't think cocaine was either.
But you actually cocaine was still approved for a while, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it was illegal because they knew it was really, really bad for you and stuff, and that was their, make it illegal and spend billions of dollars and we'll get rid of it.
When was cocaine prescribed?
That's like the 1920s, Florian.
Doctors.
That's literally like it's gonna be like 30s latest, okay?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. I guess 1944 is what this says. So okay.
That even feels late, honestly. I guess in World War II they were putting everyone on speed and shit, so they could keep fighting in the war.
They sure did. The Nazis did as well.
Yeah, they did it more than anyone, I think. Right up to the top leadership too. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, they were basically Scarface.
It's true. In the previous episode,
they actually probably had better family life, as we have seen in that one movie.
What movie?
God, what was that movie called? Where it was just like the wholesome family, and in the background they got the Holocaust happening.
The boy in the striped pajamas.
No, the newest one.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember what that was called, but I do know what you're talking about. It like got snubbed at the Oscars or something.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Or it won an Oscar and people were mad. Something happened at the Oscars with it and people were mad.
Can't please everyone.
Yeah. I don't remember.
There's no way I'll remember the name now. Oh, well.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that it got snubbed. It was that the guy, he went up and he gave a speech and he mentioned Israel and Palestine and everyone was upset. Because if you even mention that, people are going to come out on both sides for that and be upset no matter what you say, so...
That's so insane how that can happen, because, like, how can both sides be so fervent?
Because one side is very strongly in favor of Israel, and the other side believes that what Israel is doing is horrible and evil, so...
I mean, like both things can be true, though.
This is a more complicated topic than we should get into on episode 2 of the Colonelcast, maybe. But, I don't know. It generally seems like they're doing a poor job lately. It generally seems like what they're up to is no good in Israel at the moment. That's what I'll say.
Actually, I think like blowing up the pages was ingenious, but who knows if they even did that.
Well, I don't know, man. I have not kept up on these things.
I mean, like, if they actually got all the terrorists to have pages that then all exploded, that was amazing. I hope they paged them first, but yeah, I guess. I mean, that would be.
Someone said that it beeped for like 10 seconds, then blew up, which is how like a kid died. But yeah.
I mean, that's probably as well targeted as like an operation of that magnitude can be. Like if you actually get it in their hands and then it blows up, that's like incredible. Like you'll never have that accuracy with a drone.
That is probably true. We don't need to talk about the ethics of the fucking pager bomb here. The specific ethics of all these things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But last episode with Erich, we talked about Prometheus, and it was a very focused episode. We hardly talked about anything at all outside of the movies. And then on this one, I don't know if maybe we spent we put like 5 minutes in talking about Scarface so far.
No, shut up. I talked about it a lot. Okay, you keep bringing up this other stuff. Why did you bring up the Oscars? This is all on you.
That it might all be on me. I don't know.
So how do you like him when he was in the first stage of the movie, when he quit his job, when he was supposed to be a dishwasher, but then he says no, I will be a criminal, but also I will not mule your cocaine. I want a big deal. Give me a big job. How do you like that one?
He has like a big ego. He feels like he has a lot to prove, but I think his motives were overall pretty good in that stage of the movie. Like he really just wanted to provide for like his family and stuff and give himself like a better life, I think. And
that is such utter nonsense.
What?
You can provide so well for yourselves by washing dishes. It's crazy, dude. Like,
I mean,
like
I don't think so.
Yeah, of course, dude. And he didn't even send anything back, so that's not even.
He did. He came to the house and he plopped $1,000 on their table.
That was 5 years late, okay? He could have been sending his little money from his dishwashing job and they would have been happy, and his mom wouldn't have had to spank his bottom for being such a disgusting criminal.
He didn't want to show up like a loser, though. I can relate to that.
But he showed up like the biggest loser ever, like a guy
he thought he was sick and epic because he got his epic suit and his stupid tiger stripe fucking car or whatever. So.
Yeah, he was such a rich loser. It was crazy, and his mom immediately realized that he was completely drowning in his own shit. Wow,
I do love the way that he spends his money in this movie. It's like his first paycheck goes to like this disgusting yellow car with like the tiger stripes all over it. He buys a tiger later. His house is like covered in like gold bullshit, and it doesn't look like real gold. It all looks like fucking balsa wood painted gold or something. It all looks terrible. It's awful. Did you see he has the world what is it? The world is yours on the globe and stuff in his house.
Yeah, that was like his catchphrase that he used to propose with. I think it was weird.
Yeah, that was his motto. Sort of is to take control of the whole world, and then he took control of a relatively small coke operation, and then died. Well, I think that's sort of the irony of the thing.
He was on his way, I guess, but yeah, like I can't believe that he bought this cool car, but then like it didn't impress the girls. He bought a different car. Wow, yeah, that car looked cool enough. Okay, like she was.
That was not a cool car. That was a fucking Saul Goodman car. Okay, that's terrible.
And the Rick and Morty car was in there too. I think. Wait, no, is it the Simpsons car?
The Rick and Morty car?
No, I think the Simpsons car was in it. No. Like one of the family cars. Yeah, I think one of the Simpsons cars was in this. Oh well.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, there were a million cars, so I really don't know why. Oh, I think they were in that car when they were with the hitman, and it was really important, I guess.
I don't know if this. I've never noticed the Simpsons has like enough specificity on its art style that you can tell what kind of car it is. Honestly, I've never even noticed that in my life. So.
Wow, let's see. Okay. I gotta look this up now. Scarface, car bomb. Let's see what comes up.
While you're doing that, let's talk about how they put up a picture of Jimmy Carter in one of the first scenes in the movie to establish exactly when it takes place, which was great. And it's a technique so good that it came back recently in Longlegs with the big Bill Clinton portrait in the office. I think it's a fantastic way to establish it. Just fucking by like U.S. presidents. I think that's a great way, and I think more movies should do that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I swear I've seen this car somewhere. Somewhere iconic, this car, but I don't know where.
Oh, okay. No, that looks like a Simpson kind of car, actually, yeah.
Yeah, let's find out.
Brown station wagon or whatever. I mean, that's in a lot of movies. That's in, like, Halloween.
Okay, the Simpsons have that one pink car. What's the other car? Oh, it only shows... Oh, it is... Okay, Marge has, I guess, a similar car, but it seems more orange-ish. Okay. And then she runs over Homer with it.
They have two cars?
They have two cars? How do you not know? They're
Aren't they supposed to be poor or something?
No, they're like aggressively middle class, and
well, they used to be like lower class. They were like
no, they always had these two cars. Like in the first episode, Homer gets the good job at the nuclear plant, okay, by being a complete dickhead, and that was his entire MO
like
for the rest of.
Job. I don't think it's. Listen, people have talked about the sliding economics of The Simpsons and how these people were like relatively, they were like lower middle class to begin with, and now it's like, oh, not like I'm never gonna fucking have two cars in my whole life. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, like that's not a thing that you would do nowadays. But I mean, like they only have like one car per adult. So I mean,
well, that's a lot though. No one has two cars anymore.
I mean, someone who lives in a suburb, but yeah, people have houses still. That's the main problem with America, is that everyone has suburbs everywhere, and it's disgusting. But the thing is that we are actually trying to save the environment now, so we actually do tax cars a lot now. So that's why. It's not that they got expensive. It's just that we know how much they really cost now, okay?
That's no good, Florian, okay?
What is?
Everyone wants their white picket fence and their nice house and their 2 kids, okay?
The Simpsons have like a brick wall, okay, instead of a white picket fence, and I guess a brown, very high fence in the end, with made of wood.
Well, that's visual metaphor for how they're not quite up there. They're not up there with the Waltons or whatever.
I mean, I guess so.
They're on the lower level.
I mean, they have a house and 2 cars, so I mean, I think they. I saw a video that they're like always middle class, and that's where they're happy, and they always return to it whenever they squander anything, even though they probably like spend like millions, billions on their bullshit, but whatever.
I don't know. Those Simpsons get up to a lot, I guess.
Yeah, they waste money every episode.
That is true. What else do we say about Scarface? I feel like I don't have a ton to say about this movie, because it's just really good.
This is entirely my fault this time that I mentioned the car and then we went on this tangent.
It's true.
I am sorry.
We're even now. It's okay. It's entertaining, I think. I enjoy it.
I hate when tangents happen. I hope you edit it in the car. Put in the timestamp.
I'm not going to edit shit,
Edit the car! They must know!
I'm not going to put up a picture of this. It's a brown station wagon, okay?
Everyone has seen this car before, okay?
Exactly. That's why I don't need to put it up.
No, it's iconic, okay? It's TV famous.
That's okay.
For being. Okay, let's find out. Rick and Morty cars. Who drives the brown station?
We don't need to do this. We should be talking about the film, okay?
The tangent continues.
What do you think about his big copium rant toward the end of the movie, where he's like, "Oh, everyone else, you're all the problem. All you fucking rich people, you're worse than me, and you just like laughing at me." Like, what do you think about that?
Wait, to who is that? Oh, yeah, no, that one was okay, I guess.
I thought it was very funny.
I mean, he is like, that is so funny because he is in this position specifically because he puts his wealth above like his happiness, okay, and then he judges the other people for it.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
I mean, he is extremely wealthy, which already places him far away from the Lord's grace, as we know in the Bible. It says you can't be rich or whatever.
You gotta stop being so envious, okay? It's a character flaw.
Listen, I do it when I'm talking to you because it's entertaining, okay?
Wow.
Florian, if you were offered... I wrote this question down, okay, because I thought of this while I was watching. If you were offered... Let's say Mr. Beast came down and he was like, "Florian, we're going to do a challenge video, and I will give you X amount of money to snort a whole bunch of cocaine for this video." How much would that have to be?
$2 million.
Okay. That's considerably higher than I would do it for, honestly.
Well, yeah, that's...
Because if it's just one time, you know.
I mean, I don't know. You could overdose. I guess he doesn't want that lawsuit, so you probably have doctors, but still.
Mr. Beast will take care of you. He has good coke, no fentanyl in there.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I guess if there's like a healthcare professional, and I will go for 200,000. Yep. Yeah.
What if he told you to snort a mountain as big as the one that's on Al Pacino's desk at the end of this movie?
Well, that would be a lethal dose, so I assume that's probably a lot of powder, actually, a lot of just flour.
Well, I mean, I assume they don't have real cocaine on the movie. I hope they don't.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I think it's a good visual metaphor, though. I like that a lot. That it's you know, he's getting like submerged in this shit and stuff. It's the same with the jacuzzi earlier. He's like buried deep in it and stuff, and it's a good There's a good visual for it. It's like completely taken over his life. It's like the only thing left on his desk is fucking big bags and mountains of cocaine. It's very good. It's a well-made film.
It's amazing. Oh man, I really love the fact that he was in trouble with the government. They were gonna arrest him, but then he ended up making a deal where they decided that he just had to pay back taxes on his money, and then he wouldn't have to go to prison. And he went for that deal, and his life was set. But then his
well, in return for that, he had to blow up some like reporter guy, and then his whole family got in the car. So
no, I think that was unrelated to that. I think that was
because the lawyer couldn't get him. The lawyer couldn't get him the deal without any prison time. He would have had to take like 2 or 3 years in prison at least under the lawyer's like thing. But the drug lord like knew people in Washington, so he was willing to get him out entirely.
Wow. Okay, I guess I must have missed that point. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, very tragic. I guess the journalist had to die. Wow.
Yeah.
Well.
And then just shot the bomb guy in the head, which, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's the only good thing he did in the whole movie was not blow that guy up and his family.
Well, so. I mean, he probably could have just threatened him with the gun instead of actually blowing him up, but okay.
Well, no, because the mob, the cartel, they specifically wanted him to blow him up in front of the UN, so it would like send a message.
No, I'm saying he could have threatened the bomb guy. He didn't need to kill Hector Salamanca. Okay, he's a national treasure. Yeah, it was.
Was that the actor who plays Hector or something? Or
yeah, it is.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Yeah, it's the old guy, and he was in so many things, and he was in a series that was very much inspired by Breaking Bad as well, called Your Honor, and then he died last year. So
I heard about that. Yeah,
I guess that might have been one of the reasons why they canceled that, because he was kicking ass in his role there too.
Yeah, was he like a main character in that, or?
Yeah, he was like everyone in that movie who's important is just boring assholes wearing suits, and then he's the old stepfather-in-law, and he comes in and he's like, he's his usual colorful self, and he's insulting everyone and pissing in the pool, and he was gonna be the high part, and then we're not getting a season 3, sadly.
Oh, well,
yeah.
It happens. People die. That's why you don't cast 90-plus-year-old actors in your film.
I don't know. You gotta have those in there occasionally. It's crazy. He looked really good for his age then, I guess.
That's why no one casts, what's his name who starred in this movie?
Mike Ehrmantraut? Oh, I know his name,
no, but the guy in this movie we just watched in Scarface.
Oh, Al Pacino? Really?
It's not Al anymore. It's Dunk.
Why?
You don't know that?
No.
Dunkachino?
Wow.
Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Wait, is that a real commercial he did?
That's a film that he was in. Al Pacino. He was in Jack and Jill, and he did the Dunkachino bit, and he made reference to this great film that we just watched in that.
Oh fuck! That awful Jack and Jill movie. Oh no.
Yeah. Did you actually watch the movie? I haven't seen it.
I remember that movie being the worst thing that I've ever seen, but I think if I rewatch it now, it probably wouldn't be as bad, because
movies have gotten considerably worse since then, honestly. But
no, they haven't. It's just that Adam Sandler has grown on me a lot. Okay,
he's not good though. Adam Sandler's like no good at what he does, except for when he tries, but he does not try very often. So.
No, he's actually pretty okay. He's
in like one good movie in the last like 40 years, okay? That doesn't make up for anything.
You don't have, like, you are an elitist prick when it comes to movie opinions. He is a beloved actor by America, okay, and by a lot of other people that pretend to be happy about America, okay?
They're just not good. They're just not funny movies, okay?
He is peak USA, okay? And Al Pacino would love it. Well, not. I mean,
Al Pacino loved
Scarface.
The check, okay?
Scarface would have loved it, okay? He would have, out of any movie, he probably would have loved to put a like an Adam Sandler movie on, alright?
I don't trust Scarface's fucking... I don't trust his taste in anything. I see how he decorates his house. It's no good.
I know.
It's truly terrible. How many paintings of yourself and your wife do you have in your home, Florian? How many massive paintings do you have and like drape down, like unveil them with the curtain and stuff? Do you do that? Do you have big ceremonies for that?
I'm extremely Spartanic. Okay.
Okay.
Satanic? I would Spartanic. Is that not a thing people say?
I think it's just Spartan. But I don't know.
That makes more sense. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking. I guess Spartanic might be the German way of saying it.
I don't know. I could not tell you.
Yeah, it is. Spartanisch, yeah. Okay.
Wow.
No, I have very little, like, decorations, alright?
Okay.
In fact,
how about you put up a picture of your room right now, and I'll put it up on screen?
No.
And also your home address, and your date of birth, and your credit card info.
Well, just the credit card, okay?
Okay. You don't mind losing that.
No, I think I'm fine with money. I could probably afford to have that limit drained, you know?
Okay.
Imagine.
Wow. Jesus. Just flexing. Just come on my show and flex on it. It's so, sad.
I think the viewers deserve it, you know? They if they're fast enough, they could spend with my credit card a little, you know?
Okay. Well, let's see you honor that.
Yeah,
put in the Discord right now.
I would never lie. This is it's definitely happening. Okay.
Not even once. This is a real thing we're gonna do. It's gonna be in the video now.
Yeah, this is my Goatsy card. Go see it.
This Goatsy card. Yeah. I remember once the Goatsy website. There was a certain point where they put a video on it that was like making fun of Dogecoin. It was like Goatsy Coin or something.
Nice.
I want to say it was making fun of Doge. Maybe it was just advertising Dogecoin. I don't remember.
Maybe
but I think Dogecoin was making fun of Bitcoin anyway, and then people did it for real. So, yeah. I don't know.
Fucking coins.
Yeah. What, you're not rug pulling people on shit coins? That's not how you're making your money these days?
Yeah, it really should be, I guess. That would be the best way of doing it, you know?
You can do Bullfrog coin.
Oh my god, I would have actually sold game. Yeah.
I'd buy Bullfrog coin. I'd buy a whole bunch of Bullfrog coin, and I'd ride it up all the way to the moon.
Wow, yeah, you'd be the one influencer peddling it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That'd be terrible. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, I feel like I don't have a lot to say about this film, honestly.
That should be impossible.
I gave it a 4.5 on Letterboxd.
How did
it's
you feel?
It's a 3-hour movie. There's a lot to it, but I don't know.
How did you like when his friend was sewn in half with a chainsaw? That was insane.
That was pretty good.
I can't believe that he didn't beg.
They put a thing in his mouth. They put a cloth in his mouth so he couldn't.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Yeah. I don't know why they decided fucking Tony was in charge of that situation and was like in charge of his life, but
Well, I mean, you could tell that he's in charge.
I guess he projects that image, and it got.
Besides, he was negotiating.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his friend was.
It's an unfair thing that happened to his friend, though. It's truly sad.
Yeah, he God, imagine like your first drug deal and you get cut into little pieces in the most painful way.
It escalated really quickly. They were like, "Okay, well, I don't have the stuff on me," and then within a minute, they're pulling the chainsaw out.
I was actually really confused because I thought the guy who got cut up was his friend from the start, but his friend from the start actually survived. He was the fucking complete piece of shit who was in the car. Was supposed to be on watch, but he was whistling at the girl, and that's why the other guy died.
That's true.
And I thought the other guy was him, but no, I guess not.
No.
I don't know. Was this the guy who was dishwashing with him, or who was the one who died?
The one who died isn't the one who was dishwashing. No.
Yeah. Okay. So
I think the one who died was just in that one scene. So.
That's insane. How did that happen?
Because it was to show how cruel and crazy the lower level drug deals are in Miami.
Yeah, well, in this one case, I guess. Yeah.
And you can see, like, he gets more and more protected from the violence as the movie goes on until right at the end when it's real bad. But
well, that was incredibly unlucky that first drug deal went so bad. But yeah, whatever.
Well, yeah. But it happens,
I guess it was
you know?
Also important for his career.
Yeah, it happens.
And then immediately he makes the brilliant decision of giving the money to the boss, but directly. So he has to be introduced to the boss, and the boss immediately, like, game recognizes game, you know, and then boom, he was in the room.
That boss was a sniveling coward, though, and we saw that when he like begs for his life in a cowardly manner.
I mean, I don't know, makes sense.
I mean, yeah, I would do the same, frankly, but
wow,
it is a sign of cowardice within film language if you put the guy on his hands and knees on the floor. So,
like, often when someone complains about an aspect in another person, they have that the most in themselves.
I mean, I don't know if you could argue that Tony is cowardly in this.
No, you think he's cowardly and that's bad. Like, I think being
so
cowardly
does Tony.
makes sense.
He brings that up and stuff as well, but
well, yeah,
he's like lame and stupid and a coward. But you know,
I mean, fuck him. He was already disrespecting him. He should have hired more hitmen, you know. Maybe
true.
But also, they were real incompetent. They didn't even check.
I don't know.
How hard could it be to approach someone who's high in a nightclub? Why'd they take a shot from far away? They could have just walked up to him.
Because they had their MAC-10s in the dinner napkin.
I know, but they could have just...
And they had to build the suspense, and they had to shoot that poor Peanut Man. I know he's not actually a Peanut Man, but he looked like a Peanut Man to me, so... Whatever that mascot guy was.
They were really incompetent. There was no reason to go from far away when you're in a nightclub. Like, you're just getting more casualties, and you're not gonna hit...
Well, yeah. I don't think they care about the casualties.
Well, of course they would. Like the more people they kill, the worse it is for them.
Well, no, because they go back to their boss, and their boss clears any issues for them and stuff, as long as enough people don't see them.
The more people they kill, the more people will see them.
Well, I don't know how these people think, okay? I don't think this is a real thing that people do, that they have hits in the middle of crowded clubs. I don't think that happens.
I mean, I guess not. I mean, like, have you seen the movie Hitman?
No,
of course
is it
not.
Based on the game Hitman?
No, it is based on a guy who is a real nerd, and then he does work for the cops, and then one day they say that he has to be the one who entraps the guy who's trying to hire a hitman, and then he's so good at it that he's just the guy who now impersonates the hitman to entrap the people, and it's great. It's a really good movie, okay? And the moral of that movie is that there are no real hitmen, and every time you hire a hitman, you're being entrapped by the police.
Yeah, every time you go on the dark web and look at a hitman for hire site, you're telling me that's just the FBI? That's not really, like, Agent 47?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like, I guess the only time you're gonna get a real hitman is if you go to your local drug dealer, and then you ask him who is his boss, and then you ask that guy who is your hitman, and that's how you're gonna get a hitman. If you do it any other way, you're gonna get a cop, I guess.
Well, shit.
And you probably
have some cops at my door tonight, then. God damn.
Wow.
Yeah, I put out a hit on you.
Wow.
I was gonna get them to change your will and everything to leave it all to me.
Wow, you're gonna pain and gain me, you motherfucker.
I guess not. I guess now the cops are coming. Might as well just fess up to it on the podcast.
Yeah, I guess that's another possible way of doing it, is just having like going to rehab and going to people who have nothing to lose and then planning a heist with them, but then they're real unreliable because they're drug addicts.
Yeah, I mean most hitmen in real life are going to be like, there was was it Jodi Arias or so? It was one of these people on one of the JCS videos, and she got like her like shitty friends to go and kill her parents for her or whatever. So
what is JCS?
I don't remember what it was, what it stood for. It's like criminal psychology videos. They're really good.
Oh, okay.
What was her name?
Those fucking videos, they're everywhere.
Yeah, they're great.
Wow.
JCS Criminal Psychology.
They go on forever.
Yeah. Jodie is no, Jodie is a different one. Okay. Jennifer was the one who put out a hit on her own parents.
Yeah, I'm not really into true crime stuff. It's
wow.
Like, I don't know, it's not that good.
You want to know what the twist was though? With this one,
yes.
One of her parents fucking survived. He was still alive, and he was like in a coma, and then he came out, and they thought he wouldn't remember anything, but he did. He remembered all of it, and he remembered that she was fucking walking around with them and telling them to kill her and stuff. So, or telling them to kill his parents.
Tragic.
It was truly terrible what happened, but I think she's probably in jail now. I guess she must be in jail now. You know.
Crime did not pay.
It did not pay. She had to pay for it to happen, because she figured it was better to get her parents killed than to tell them that she was dropping out of college or something.
Yeah, people always have real stupid reasons for trying to kill someone.
Really stupid reasons, yeah.
Insane. That's why most of them are just like entrapments by the cops, because like the people who are stupid enough to have someone killed, they're so unstable you don't want to work with them, I guess.
Okay.
I
it's
assume.
True. What else should we say about? I loved the music in this fine film.
Well, go tell me. I do not remember a single.
You don't.
Line
there were
of
so
music.
Epic synths and stuff were playing. They were pounding. It was fantastic. It got very like pulpy and silly at times with the synths, honestly, which I enjoy.
It's amazing. It completely slipped by my memory. Impressive.
Wow. Did you remember the Push It to the Limit needle drop, at least?
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, I don't like that at all, okay? That song just does not fit a crime movie. That's like for a Rocky knockoff. That's what that song should be for. Yeah. It was probably in like Rocky 4 or 5, but those count as Rocky knockoffs.
This movie seemed very Rocky-ish, except for very criminal, okay? But Rocky
I don't see that at all.
I mean, I feel like this guy was very similar to Rocky, and mainly because he doesn't speak English properly, okay?
Okay.
So
he just has an accent. Sylvester Stallone also just has like a birth defect or something that caused that. It like paralyzed his lip or something.
Oh my god, dude. Sylvester Stallone, he has a series called Tulsa King, where he is a criminal in his 70s, and he is establishing a crime syndicate while he's old and in a town that has seen no crime, and it's brilliant.
Okay. You know, he did a Rambo movie where he kills all those evil Mexicans who are coming over the border, and that's what that movie's about.
Well, I have seen all the Rambos, and they are incredibly epic, but I don't
all
remember
of them, even
being...
the terrible new one.
Which one? 4 or 5? Is there 5?
There's like one from like a couple years ago.
No, I don't think you're right. I think it's probably 10 years by now.
Absolutely not. There was one like 15 years ago, and then there was one very recently that was like awful and completely panned.
2019, Rambo 5, Last Blood. Wow.
Mm-hmm. And it was horribly panned, and no one liked it.
I don't know. Wasn't that bad. It really was about Mexicans. Where does it play?
I thought it was about like all the evil Mexicans coming over the border, and it was like a very, very Republican film for some reason for the last Rambo.
Very interesting.
Yeah. What was that? Was that like a click in your teeth or something there?
No, I had a bonbon because I ran out of water, so I'd be dying if I didn't have something.
I knew it was, but I just enjoy hearing you say it.
And of course, wow. I'm just sparse.
It's just very funny that you call
say
it
the thing. Yep.
Should we bring this episode to a close? The second and best episode of the Colonelcast.
Well, we gotta start a new tradition. Okay, you gotta tell me something about what you did. I don't know.
What I did? Like in Vietnam, or?
Yeah, what did you do in the war?
I cut the throat of this guy who was I had to cut the throat of one of my fellow soldiers because he was threatening children. It was not good. It was a dark situation. Yeah, that's what happened in Vietnam, right? I don't know. We should do Apocalypse Now on the next episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
God,
that's not Brian De Palma, right?
hours.
That's one of the other ones. That's
No idea.
Coppola. Yeah. Should we end this episode?
Okay.
Okay. What would you rate Scarface? Did you give it a letterbox? What do you want to plug?
I think it's probably an 8 out of 10 is probably right.
Okay, I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Man, I gotta make videos on my main channel. They're coming any day, but they're not really. I guess probably in a month. But man, they're gonna be okay or good, maybe even.
You're plugging HIMSL games then.
Yep.
All right, go
Follow
check that
my
out.
game dev.
And I'll see you all you guys in hopefully next week. I'm hoping to do these weekly, but we'll see.
Who are you gonna get on?
I don't know. We'll see. I'm flying by the seat of my pants here. I have no plans.
Well, I guess if we have to do scheduling with E-Bridge, it might be tricky.
It was a little tricky, yeah. But we might I might see if I can maybe I'll ask RT and we'll do Back to the Future. I don't know.
You've been tricky too. We've had to reschedule the SpongeBob movies 3 times because of you.
Well, it happens. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fix my sleep and stuff and get on a better consistent schedule and stuff for these things. But, yeah.
Yep.
It's not going well.
All right. Well, hooray for colonialism.
No.
No.
No. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.